Sequencing model 3. This is an entirely different model when compared with the previous two models which we saw. Here, let me give an example. A firm produces two products P1 and P2 using four machines A, B, C and D. The technological order of P1 is machine A, B, C and D, while for P2 it is B, D, A and C. Unlike the previous sum or the previous problems, the jobs which we are supposed to do had the machine order which was the same. Whereas here, though there are only two jobs, the machine order is different. So we cannot practice the same method what we had done earlier. I have given the processing time of each job on each machine. Job P1, that is product P1, A, B, C, D, timing is 3, 3, 4, 2, let us take this in minutes, and P2, B, D, A, C, B is 4 minutes, D is 2 minutes, A is 4 minutes and C is 2 minutes. If you calculate, P1 takes 12 minutes, P2 also takes 12 minutes. But let us work out and see what will be the actual time taken or the time elapsed. This is a different model, so we cannot find the sequencing using that box technique. Rather, we can start both the jobs simultaneously, because for P1 the first machine is A and for P2 the first machine is B. So we can start both the jobs simultaneously, unlike the previous model where you can start only one job because the machine order is going to be the same. So P1, the machine order is A, B, C, D. Let us take time in, time out, and then I am going to do for P2. So P2, B, D, A, C. Now for P1 the first machine is A, for P2 the first machine is B. That means we can start both the jobs at the same point of time. P1 takes 3 minutes in machine A and P2 takes 4 minutes in machine B. Now the third minute, P1 has completed its process in machine A, which means this should be transferred to machine B. So machine B, let us check whether it is readily available, but it is not so, unfortunately. P2 is using machine B, which means P1 will have to wait for 1 minute because P2 will complete its task only at the 4th minute. So what to do? It will have to wait till this is completed. So this 4th minute, when this is completed, it moves to machine D. Machine D is totally free. When this is moved to machine D, now machine D is free at the 4th minute. So thereby signaling 1 minute of idle time for product 1. Basically here the idle time is for the job or the product, not for the machine. Then now product 1, it goes to machine B, it takes 3 minutes, so 7 minutes. Product 2 in machine D, it takes 2 minutes, so 6 minutes. The 6th minute P2 is complete, it is transferred to machine A. Machine A is very much available, so you can start at the 6th minute here, and this can start only at the 7th minute. Now machine C for product 1 is 4 minutes, so I finish at 11. A takes 4 minutes, I can finish at 10. But now the point is, from machine A it should go to machine C. But machine C is not available. machine C is not available. It is available only at the 11th minute because machine C is busy with product 1. So once this is completed, you can start here. Machine A can start C only when this C is free. Machine C is free, so it is free at the 11th minute. I can start at the 11th minute. Machine D on job P1 is 2 minutes, which is 13. Machine C on job P2 is 2, which is 13. That means the total time elapsed is equal to 13 minutes. P1 is equal to processing time plus idle time, that is processing time 12 minutes, 3, 6, 10, 12 plus idle time 1 minute, 3, 2, 4, otherwise it is 7, 7, 11, 11 and no wastage. 13 minutes. And similarly P2, if you take the processing time is again 12 plus idle time 10 to 11, 1 minute was idle there, so 13 minutes. So both the jobs can be completed at the 13th minute. That's it. Once this is done, you will have to show this in the graph sheet. This method can be used even for 3 products, 4 products. But generally this model they ask you with 2 jobs or 2 products, and most of the cases you are expected to answer through a graph sheet. So what I am going to show you how this problem can be shown in the graph. I have drawn a graph here with a proper scaling. Let us assume the x-axis as P1 and the y-axis as P2. I am going to take the in and out timings of each machine of product 1. A 0 to 3, which means 0 to 3 A, mark like this. Then 4th minute only we start, which means there is a gap here, and we move on till 7th with machine B, and from 7 on. Similarly for product 2, machine B 0 to 4, machine B 0 to 4, which is up to 4. Here also it is 0 to 4, not 1 to 4, 1 to 3. 0 to 4, machine B, then D 4 to 6, then D 4 to 6, then A 6 to 10, then A 6 to 10, and next machine we start only at 11, so start from 11 goes on till 13 for machine C. Once this plotting is done, we will have to mark the area inside the graph. To mark the area, let us first take machine wise. Machine wise, machine A 0 to 3, which is x-axis 0 to 3, and for product 2, machine A is 6 to 10. We are going to see machine wise. Machine A 0 to 3, and here machine A 6 to 10. When I tell 0 to 3, you can take a mark from here 0, 6 and 0, 10. Have a small mark here 6, 10, and here it is 3. So what we should do is take a mark the 6 on top of this 3 and across the 10 this. Now sorry if the graph is little bit out of shape. Now this is machine A. The usage of machine A is plotted here. Similarly for B, 4 to 7, 0 to 4, 0 to 4, and here 4 to 7. So if you coordinate these values from this 4 cross this 4, have a mark. Similarly 7 have a mark, draw a line. This is for P1, 0 to 4 for P2. Using an eraser we can erase this line. This is machine B. This is machine B. Then machine C, 7 to 11, and here it is 11 to 13. So you will have to take seven from this point across 11 approximately. I am doing this. Let us get the area somewhat. From here 11 to 11 and 13. Now you can coordinate here. So this is 711 and this is 713. Seven 11, 713. Similarly, so here from the 11 too many dots because of the graph sheet. So this is done. This belongs to machine C. And finally D, 11 to 13, and here it is 4 to 6. 11 to 13, 4 to 6. So 11 to 13, 4 to 6, 11 to 13, 4 to 6 is machine D. We have two idle time. One is 3 to 4 for P1 and the other one is 10 to 11 for P2. You can see this gap here. This gap. We can show that gap here like this. This is an idle time for P2. And similarly, there is a gap between 3 and 4. This gap is idle time for P1. We very well know the processing time for P1 is 12 minutes plus idle time 1 minute, and similarly for P2 processing time is 12 minutes and idle time is 1 minute. As a result, you can see clearly 13 minutes we finish the job, and there is a gap when you draw. For example, P1 1 to 3, in this 3 you have a box here, and the next box commences at 4, finishes at 7, and the next box starts at 7, finishes at 11, and the next box starts at 11, finishes at 13. Similarly, for P2 we start at 0 and finish at 4, then we start at 4, finish at 6, then we start at 6, finish at 10. There is a gap, which is the idle time. We start at 11, finish at 13. Thank you.